Hi, how are you? I'm back again, and today we're going to try to make stuffed mushrooms. I started a little ahead of time because I thought you'd be bored by watching me take all the stems out of the mushrooms. Yesterday I found stuffing mushrooms, but if you find button mushrooms, that's fine. They may be a little smaller, and if you find some very, very tiny, what I do is I mince them with the stems, so you can't really stuff with small mushrooms. But these are a nice size. And I left two to show you how it's done. Now I have a mushroom brush, but if you don't have one, you can use a damp paper towel. Do not submerge your mushrooms because they're 80% water, and if you put them in water, they'll be disintegrated. So what I do is I just brush the tops, and the end you'll see a stem. Some of them are easier than others. So you take the stem out, and I put it with the ones that I'm going to take out. Okay, and I put that one aside. Here's another one. They should be mostly clean because mushrooms are mostly grown indoors now. There's no more mushrooms that are outside. See how nice and clean that came out? Okay. And now you're going to take the stem and just mince it. You don't have to be exact, you know, as long as it's tiny enough because it's going to go in the stuffing. And that'll disintegrate. When you cook this, it'll work down anyway, so don't worry. Okay, so that's about done. And I'm going to put that with the rest of the stuffing. Okay. Now for this many mushrooms, I do not add a lot of garlic. If you like more garlic, you can. I would say I'm just going to use two of these. And they would be medium size. Okay. And you need a lemon. Now, I chose only one today because this is a very big lemon. But if you had smaller ones, you would use two. And if you don't like a lot of lemon flavor, my family loves lemon, so I use quite a bit of lemon. I take some bread, white bread, sliced bread, Italian bread, whatever bread you have. And I slice it into little cubes, and you don't have to be exact, like I said, because that's going to be part of your stuffing. And I cube it. And I let this stay out this morning, so it got a little hard. And I think that's better. It makes for a nicer stuffing. Okay? And naturally, grated cheese. Grated cheese goes in everything I put in. Everyone loves grated cheese. Okay, so this is all done. I use panko breadcrumbs. I have not used regular breadcrumbs in years. I love the panko. It adds a crispy texture to everything I make. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and you need white wine. I have white wine, grated cheese, panko breadcrumbs, lemon, bread, garlic, and the stuffing mixture. Mushrooms absorb a lot of oil. So you have to put quite a bit, but make sure your oil is hot before you put your mushroom mixture in. Okay? I would say would you say that's a quarter of a cup?
Yeah.
About, okay? I do not season anything yet. So this is all your mushroom mixture. See how nice that is? So we're going to wait for the oil to get just a little bit hotter. While I'm waiting, I might as well mince my garlic. Okay, so here's the mixture. I'm going to put it in the oil. And put it on a pretty high flame. You don't want it to steam, you want it to saute. Okay, see how you hear that sizzle? That's what you want. A trick about lemon, when you're cutting a lemon, before you cut it, always roll it, and it gives you extra juice. I'm just going to use a half now. Lemons sometimes have pits. So I always put lemon juice in something, that if the pits come out, I don't get it in my food. We might need more lemon, I'll see. Now I'm going to add my garlic. And this should cook very quickly. Okay, we're going to put some wine. Now you're going to also put wine when you bake your mushrooms. So, okay, see how nice that's coming? I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. You really don't want a lot because you're going to add cheese. Thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to put my cubes in. Every last drop. And as you can see, it's getting absorbed. Okay. Smells good already. Now at this point, you're going to put this in a bowl, and you should really let it cool just a little bit. You don't want to add the cheese. Okay. You see the consistency? There's a little bit of juice in there. Okay? Okay, so let's take this off the flame. Can you put the dish on there for me, please? Okay. Okay, Jonas. It's my grandson helping me every time.
Right.
Put it in here, please.
Just be careful, that pot is hot.
Definitely is hot.
Get every last drop. I'm going to reuse this pan because this goes in the oven. You should get a pan that also would suit the oven. Or you can put them in those aluminum pans, the throwaway pans. But I happen to have this, and it works. So I'm going to put it back on the stove for now. And I'm going to continue with my dressing. Now, I don't measure, which is not a good thing. I would say start with about a cup. Okay. And grated cheese. I grated it before you guys came. And this also, I would say about a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so now, going to mix this together. Smells awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to add a few more breadcrumbs. We like things a little crispy. But at this point you'd be able to cook it just the way it is now. But we like things a little crispy, so I'm going to add more crumbs. I always add a drop of olive oil. I don't know why, but I do. Just a drop. Olive oil always gives everything a nice flavor. And I think we're ready. And I'm going to tell Jonas, and I'm going to tell you guys too, the first time around, I don't put a lot because I don't know how much stuffing I'm going to have. So, I would say that's good. Okay? And you're going to put it right in the pan. And then if we see that we have more stuffing left over, we're going to go back and put more. Okay? Okay, my grandson and I just finished stuffing all the mushrooms. And they just barely fit in the pan. We had to really squeeze. And as you can see, some are a little more hefty than others because we had extra stuffing. And now, I don't always do this, but you can if you want to. I sprinkle a little extra cheese on for a little extra crunch and a little extra breadcrumbs. Not a lot. Sometimes I also put paprika. Thank you, Jonas. But I'm not going to do that today. So now we're going to put wine. And you have to at least cover the bottom. These are going to be drunken mushrooms. Okay. And then, there's no more lemon in this. Okay. I think I got quite a bit here. Okay, and this is going to go in an oven at 350 degrees. I would say for about 20-25 minutes, but you have to check them. Some cook faster than others. These are a little larger. How many did we count?
26.
26. We put our mushrooms in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. And my family likes them crispy. You don't have to do this. But what I did, put them in the broiler for another 5. And look at how beautiful they came out. Now there's a lot of juices in here, which is lemon and wine, which is absolutely delicious. So I usually put a little bit on them before I serve them. Makes them a little moist. And remember, if you like my videos, subscribe to Angie's Home Cooking channel. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye.